How you going, people? Gun. G-U-N. Gun. Gun. People. Gun people. Hey, gun people. All right, let's talk using cover and concealment and which hand to use. Now, when you're shooting, most people, if I'm right-handed, I've got my gun on right hand, I'm shooting. But every once in a while, you should shoot left-handed and try to get, I'm not saying as proficient as your right hand. They used to call this the weak side. This is your strong side. This is your weak side. And then instructors kind of gotten a clue and went, you know what, we don't like referring to something as a weak side. The terminology implies that it's weaker, etc. You should develop both sides to where you're natural in either side and you're proficient in both sides, therefore you don't have a weak side. Well, that's good in theory, but I'm telling you, if I shoot more right-handed, I'm going to be better than if I shoot less left-handed. So, should you be able to go, if I'm using cover and I'm on this side of the target, it leaves less space of me exposed if I'm shooting with my right hand and I'm peeking around the right side of the target. If I'm shooting on this side of the target and I leave my gun, it's kind of awkward and I have to come around and bend out and expose, versus doing this. It puts me a little bit more tighter. I talk about that compact position. I can get a little bit tighter in here. This way I'm here, this way I'm here. So when you're shooting around a barricade, I'm a tree hugger. If someone's shooting at me, this tree's my friend. Woo, I love this tree because it's cover and it's concealment. So if I'm shooting around this tree and I'm using this for cover, I'm at the smaller part here, whereas I'm at a larger part here. Do I want to be down or up? Again, choices, thinking, decisions. If I'm already down, I can reload, I can hide, I can get behind and cover a little more. I don't know how much you can see me, how much is exposed, how much isn't exposed. So if I'm shooting on this hand, and I'm normally, again, teaching purposes, a lot of people say, don't have contact with your cover. And contact with your cover, if I'm shooting behind cover, and I know somebody's going to be out there, well, if a bullet will go through there, it's not cover, it's only concealment because a 50 caliber will go through there. Yeah, I get it. All you terminology Nazis, it's a magazine, not a clip. Damn, man. Look, common knowledge. Scrabble rules are common words in usage. If you understand what I'm saying, and you have to correct everybody because somebody's out there, he said clip, and I don't know what a clip is. Well, it means a magazine. Oh, okay. Well, okay, great. But whatever. So, if you're shooting behind cover is a standard term, when I'm behind this cover, a lot of people will say, do not make contact with this cover. Stay off the cover. I'm a contact guy. I always have my hand or something on here. Now I just rest my forearm on here and basically plant this. And I don't do it like this, but this is what it looks like. And when I come up, it's going to look like this. But this is basically what I'm doing. I'm in a supported position. I'm behind it. I'm leaning forward. And I'm basically bringing my gun up. But this hand is pretty much solid. Now the reason why people say don't make contact with your cover is because some people will shoot with their gun on the thing. That's a problem. Because then when I shoot, my gun hits, I move the flow of action, I cause a jam. So I don't want my gun contacting cover. But my arm, my hand, I don't have a problem with that. It's got to be pat, because when I'm filming a video. Oh, it's not. So I'll send it. Anyway, so if I'm coming here, this arm is planting, and this is here, but it's looking like this. If I'm on this side, this arm is planting, and this is coming in, but it looks like this. So I still have a good supported position. Now, is it critical that you switch hands? If I'm shooting here, bang, bang, and for some reason I gotta come over here and I bang, bang, and I switched hands, is that critical? I mean, what eye are you using? Are you using both eyes? Are you using your dominant, your left eye, your right eye? All that may matter a little bit. This is using my left eye. This is using my right eye. This is using my left eye. And I'm right on target. So you tell me how much of a difference it makes on exposure. Left eye. No, left eye. Right eye. I'm not moving a gun, I'm just moving my head. I'm on target. So how much difference did it make? Do it on the other side. I'm shooting left-handed. Left eye. Right eye. Left eye. Right eye. Now people will tell you use both eyes. When you use both eyes, your dominant eye is getting a sight picture. If I'm pointing at the camera, right now I'm using my left eye. That's my dominant eye. Watch what happens when I open both eyes. Nothing changes. Sight picture's the same. Both eyes, left eye. When I do right eye, now I have to move my head. Left eye, I move my head. So, is there a lot of change? And everybody, oh, use both eyes. Well, look, I've always shot with one eye. That's the way I do it. Can I shoot with two eyes? I can. I got to think about it. It's not instinctual. My natural is one eye. So is it critical, and I'm going to go ahead and maybe zoom in here on this so you can see and talk through, and you can actually see exactly how much I'm exposing and what changes. Is it critical? Hey, if I get shot, then it was critical. If I don't get shot, it wasn't that critical. So I'm behind a tree. If I'm hiding behind a tree like this, how much is exposed? How much can you see? If I'm hiding behind a tree like this, how much can you see? If I'm on target, how much can you see? Both eyes, one eye, both eyes, one eye. Doesn't move. If I use the same hand on the opposite side, how much do you see? This is offhand. This is switching hands. This is offhand. This is switching hands. So, does it make a big difference? I don't think so. Hang on, I didn't flip this over, so I don't know if you can see me or not. We talk to people like, you weren't even in camera. Shut up! I can't tell if I'm in camera or I'm looking. So, that's the way it is. Should you practice strong hand, weak hand? Get those grips to where they're the same so you can transfer quickly. You're still practicing finger off the trigger. You're still practicing good handle. If this hand gets hurt and I have to shoot this hand, have I shot before with this hand? Can I support it like this? Remember, there was a guy, a cop they hired, his hand was all messed up from getting hit by a drunk driver, and he used to shoot like this, had jams all the time because he couldn't grip his gun. But he still supported with this hand a little bit. And if this hand's hurt, I may only be able to support it like this. But this stabilizes me more than this. Is this a bad grip? Is this a bad grip? Hey, you know what? All kind of things out there. Practice on your own. See what's comfortable. See what's more accurate for you. See what you get hits on. And you know what? I don't like counter training that teaches you bad habits. But man, getting rounds down range, firing, shooting, clearing, reloading, shooting, training that eye, getting that sight picture, that mental sight picture, that sight alignment, keeping your finger off a trigger, working on that smooth trigger control, all that shit helps when shit hits the fan and you're at your oh shit moment. All right, we'll end that there.